The Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans each enter Week 2 with 1-0 records. The Chiefs trailed 27-10 early in the fourth quarter at home in Week 1, but the game eventually went into overtime and Kansas City prevailed on an Alex Smith touchdown run. The Texans started their game a little slow, but they finished strong in a pretty complete effort against the Chicago Bears. The Chiefs were expected to be the benefactor in the AFC West of Denver's drop-off from free agency and the retirement of a legend, but a dose of reality set in during Week 1. Kansas City wound up outgaining San Diego, but it had to be seen as a disappointing home performance at Arrowhead Stadium, one of the few solid home field advantages left in the NFL. On the Texans side, Bill O'Brien finally has his quarterback, and this team is thought to be poised to rattle off 10 or 11 wins and leave Indianapolis in the dust. Houston pretty much dominated this game and won at the point of attack and on the stat sheet. Now both of these teams will get stiffer tests. Alex Smith is predominantly viewed as a game manager, but he went out and won this game for the Chiefs. With Jamal Charles sidelined in the running game not a big option, with such a substantial deficit, the Chiefs quarterback was 34 of 48 for 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and the game-winning touchdown run. He made a lot of good decisions with the football, mostly by throwing it to Spencer Ware, who had 199 all-purpose yards on 18 touches. It was a nice win in the face of adversity, and without Doug Peterson as the offensive coordinator. Defensively, the Chiefs were very fortunate that Keenan Allen went down. Once Allen left with a torn ACL, the game plan dramatically changed for Ken Whisenhunt. The Chargers became a bit one-dimensional, but the Chiefs should be worried at how much success San Diego had running the football. Kansas City gave up 4.8 yards per carry and 155 rushing yards to a team that shouldn't be known for running the rock. The absence of Justin Houston played a big role in this game and could keep playing a big role until he's back and healthy. For the Texans, Brock Osweiler looked decent in his debut as a rich man and as Houston's main quarterback. Lamar Miller was one of 2 running backs to go over the century mark in Week 1. Will Fuller proved to be a great complement to DeAndre Hopkins, who faced a lot of double coverage last season. It was more methodical than the Texans would have liked, and they did trail for a long time, but it never felt like they were in danger of losing. Aside from the slow start, the Texans won the second half 13-0 and showed that they have a winning formula. Romeo Crennel's defense needs a bit of adjustment. Alshon Jeffrey got free one too many times and the Texans paid for it. Other than that, Jay Cutler was sacked 5 times and hit 13 times overall. The Texans' pass rush disrupted a lot of things for the Bears, and that will be a major key to the season going forward. J.J. Watt was a little bit limited in his return from back surgery, but everybody else stepped up, including Jadeveon Clowney, who had a sack and some quarterback pressures. The Texans got 3 field goals from Nick Novak, and Shane Leckler carried for a 48.6 average with a long of 60. The Texans have some really strong special teams, and that will be a deciding factor in several games this season. The Texans showed that all of their individual pieces that they have been accumulating in recent years are starting to come together. The Bears are not a great barometer of a team's ceiling or current level, but the Texans controlled the clock and made great second-half adjustments. The slow start for the Chiefs was a lot more concerning, and they likely won because of the Keenan Allen injury. It's hard to buy into a team like that in Week 2. So our pick and prediction will be for the Houston Texans at -2. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.